The reason I love doing what I do is that I'm still in it for a potential surprise. People will say, like, how do you read so many scripts? Like, I might get a surprise today. I might read something and I think I know it's coming, and I don't. And if I get a surprise in a script, it's a great script. I think what's hard about the process is not being able to see the forest for the trees sometimes, that you're so involved in the mind of a character or in the minutia of a scene or just something that's visual, something that turned you on about the script to begin with, that sometimes you haven't stood back and said, well, but what's the story?
She washes her face and runs a toothbrush.
Sometimes you need somebody to really just look and see big picture.
That points out to him.
My job is not to be a co-writer. My job, however, is to be specific about where a project needs to be developed or needs improvement. So I always work with the intention of the writer. What is it that the writer is intending for this story? What do they see? What kind of audience, what kind of story are they trying to tell? And working around those intentions, I show them the places where they could tell it maybe a little bit better. But my job is to help them fix their script if it's broken and not fix what ain't broke. I believe in that too.
I was going to take that note a step further and say, what do you think about your opening scene being the dream sequence? And then she wakes up.
The more inexperienced a writer is, the more paranoid they are that their idea is going to be stolen. And the reason I'm saying this is because the experienced writer knows it's up to that writer to make the execution of the idea as specific, as interesting, as entertaining, as emotional as possible, and make it their own. So if you're worried, oh, somebody's going to steal my idea, my answer is write it. And then write it again, and then make it unique. Because the more unique your execution is, the more protectable it is. And I think in this way, this idea of having a right over your work actually pushes writers to be more creative. And also, I think it, again, pushes writers to come up with something new. So instead of just being like, oh, wow, I wish, I had rights to the Star Wars character. No, do the next version of that. Have your generation's Star Wars, something completely unique. The passion for doing what they love can get writers into some trouble sometimes. They can let themselves get taken for granted because they just want to get it made. And there, they have to sort of step back and do what my mother says, which is plan for success, right? Right now, it just feels wonderful, like anybody, come along, please help me, put it on screen, here, I'll give it away. But they have to plan for a potential success with the project and make sure that their credit stays intact and make sure that this is paying off for them in a realistic way over the years. This is their product, it's their story. It wouldn't exist without them.